All right, so next up in our Week 13 previews, we have Clemson versus South Carolina. This was a great game last year. South Carolina won by 1 point, 31-30, if you remember correctly. Both these teams not having the years they expected to have. I think this is a classic case of, better team versus the best player. Okay, so you've got the better team in Clemson. You've got the better player, probably in my opinion, a best player on the field, Spencer Rattler for South Carolina. This should be a good one. It's rivalry week, so games are going to be close naturally, whether they should be or not. And I think this is a fairly even matchup. I think Clemson's probably, like I said, the better team. We're going to run down their schedules here a little bit. Looking at their last five anyway. Clemson, looking at their whole year, they don't have a bad loss. That Miami one's probably the worst one, losing in double overtime. But other than that, lost Florida State in overtime, lost to Duke with Riley Leonard, and then you've lost to NC State, which is a quality football team. Now, obviously, that's not the standards for Clemson. Obviously, you want to win those games, but really, like I said, they're a few scores away from being a one-loss team probably. So really, they just got to ride this wave out and then get to next year, and really they should be right back in the playoff discussion next year. As far as South Carolina goes, they've got a lot of stuff they got to get fixed. They've got a good quarterback. They've got a good receiver. Other than that, they just really don't got a lot. And it's not getting any easier in the SEC. Texas is coming. Oklahoma's coming. It's about to get rough. And looking at these last five games, they lost to A&M, lost to Missouri, barely beat Jacksonville State, handled Vanderbilt, barely beat Kentucky. So what that means, essentially, they're right in that middle tier of the SEC, and they're towards the bottom of that because they're not beating A&M and Missouri. You know what I mean? And obviously, Missouri is toward the top this year, but they're above Kentucky, below A&M is probably where I'd put them. So not a very good year. I had South Carolina in my preseason top 25. I really thought they'd be a good team this year. If you remember how they closed out last year, beat Notre Dame, beat Clemson, really solid year. And then this not happening this year. Give me Clemson here. They've beaten Notre Dame and North Carolina in 2 of the last 3 weeks, and those are pretty good wins to me. Give me Clemson here, and probably by, let's say 10 plus probably. I'm going to go with that. But that's my thoughts on the game. Let me know who you think is going to win down in the comment section. Comment down below, like, and subscribe.